Welcome back to another J&J Monday on a Sunday. Known as this is how it's gonna be until at least we get back to a different flow on Monday. But hey, we still got a show to do. We still got stuff to do. This may end up being a two-parter, and not because we planned it. It's because well, a lot of cafes, especially where I'm at, are changing over to Google Star Plus, which we're using here. Besides my cup of Joe and hot chocolate, and they are not that reliable in terms of staying online. Sometimes they cut off for a few seconds, they go back on. If that happens, we will do a two-parter and finish off the rest of the show. If show gets a full length, then we just stay with the one part. But just give you guys a heads up what's going on. I am actually using my end and not Josh's end. But in any case, we still got a show to do. We still got things to talk about. We got a couple of things to talk about. Still keeping it freestyle, which I think is actually better this way. I'm going to talk about interesting story about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. A lot of stuff has happened over the last week. In case you guys haven't known, Jada Pinkett Smith will not return to season 2 of Gotham City. She has said she had enough and she is gone. That's not the only female star who's also leaving a main role, but there's also Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, in their own way, had finally put to rest the dumb, inappropriate, and stupid rumors about their marriage, which became not as much negative as it was with Beyonce and Jay-Z, but it was still there. It was still something that people was trying to egg and talk about, and I got my own personal feelings on that. Josh again will talk about some of the TV shows she has watched, as well as her feelings over a show that's going to come out later on this year, season 2 of, I believe, Syringe, which she has
The
seen the full
Strain.
season. She will give us strange, but whatever it is, it's a show that I never thought was to be a vampire show, but so I've seen it. She knows it was a vampire show. She actually liked the show, and she will actually give her feelings for those who are just watching it for the first time or is interested in watching it the first time as to why season 2 may be worth watching, as well as picking up season 1 on the big DVD box. However, that's her department. She will talk about that and other shows that she has watched also. I will also be talking about a story which, oh my goodness, I got a lot to talk
You
about that. It's not
hinted.
a rant, but just
Was
a
that the
warning.
story you hinted about last night over text? I'm like, I have a story. What is it?
All right, I might as well start this up. Okay, I work in New Jersey now. I've been actually decided because normally when I go home, I take the bus with a lot of other people who work in Jersey, like a carpool, Sim City style carpool. If you ever played Sims, you know what I'm talking about. Being the fact that we got off early and the fact that I wouldn't want to wait 2 extra hours for other people to be finished, I decided to take the bus back home. I got back in Manhattan very quickly. I around got back around 3:50. Got there, it was okay. I already knew the trains was not going to run properly. The 3 train was not running to Brooklyn. A lot of trains was not running to Brooklyn, so my option was the 4. Knowing from experience, the 4 is not exactly a train you want to rest your eyes on. In fact, all the trains in New York City, especially at that time of night, you want to keep your eyes open because a lot of things do happen. You have people who are sometimes unstable and homeless sleeping on the trains, and you got to be very, very alert. Um, I can deal with that. What I can't deal is the following. Friday night, people got drunk. I understand that. Um, that was the first sign of things going to get real interesting in my train ride. So I sat down. I was next to a lady and a couple. They were right together. She was resting on this guy's shoulder. Everything's just fine. I was playing my PSP, which I have in my pocket right now. This is the PSP that was playing on the train. All right, I had it on me. Just I'm not supposed to play it, but I was playing it just to kill time because it was a big of a ride. I looked up and she was just thrown up in the bag. And this was a good 3 minutes. And that's how you know she was really messed up. I didn't say anything. She didn't bother me, didn't bother the guy. The guy was looking no more annoyed than anything else. I calmly got up, wait till the train stopped, and went to the other car. And I do that because number one, if you go between the carts, you can get arrested depending on the situation. But I went to the other cart. Right there, that's when the adventure started. Four homeless guys. Well, one guy just looked like he was nowhere to be found, but it was five people who were drunk. Now, depending on the situation, there are different type of drunks. There's the happy drunks. There's the one who gets violent, and there's the ones who just don't even know where they are. We had all three of them in one cart,
Oh,
and needless to say, it became comical to downright dangerous. How that situation. That's not even the worst of it. We had another person. I don't even know if he was drunk or high or whatever. In the other cart right next to us. Everybody turned their head to watch this guy. I didn't know what was going on. Someone told me just turn your head to see what happened. This guy, he got to be no less than 18 or 19 years old. I'm assuming that because he's not old. Has stripped down to his underwear in the next cart. And yeah, and he
God, I
was just
wanted to be
going
on the
berserk.
train with you.
I just looked and I said, "Oh my God! Don't please tell me he's not gonna come in this cart." I'm still 6 stops away from my house. It's not like I can just. It's 6 stops. So I'm trying not to do to basically not go to the car, but I know sooner or later he was going to come to this cart. And it's not like there's too many cars after that. There was only 3 cars before you go to the head of the train. So we see this guy, he's flipping over, he's doing stuff. We see he's just. I'm like, there are no cops here. So it's like this guy is really doing this. People saying, I hope there's no females involved. And then all of a sudden, you have the other guy who's drunk next to me saying, is he drunk? I'm looking at this guy and saying, you're drunk, and you're asking for me if the other guy's drunk. The other person who was drunk, who was sitting right next to me, he was asking what he was asking, and next thing you know, that almost led to them getting up and almost getting into a fight. I said, you know what, enough is enough. I just got off the train. I went to the other car first because I try not to stay off the train because if I get off the train, it will be a good 10, 15, 20 minutes before I get back on. Trains don't run, trains runs every 30 to 40 minutes at certain times. This was one of the trains. I did not want to get off. So I went to the other car. That guy with the underwear just came right to the other car. He wanted to sing R. Kelly for some reason. And he's had the nerve. The guy was trying to calm him down, and he had the nerve to say, I'm a grown man, a grown ass man. You don't tell me what to do. I'm ahead of your league. You're in the car with your underwear on. What are you talking about?
Well, look at the bright side. At least he had his underwear on.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, after that, after the vomiting, after seeing, I don't know what was going on in Manhattan. I don't really care. But after that, I just got off the train and said, I'm going to wait for the next train. I just have to wait for the next train. And thankfully, that train was only 11 minutes apart from the train I left. The second one, because they have a timer on the top of the train, so that was only like a few minutes away from each other. So I said, okay, at least I won't wait too long. Got on the next train. It was as I expected. A lot of homeless guys sleeping on the train. A lot of cars empty because of the smell. But otherwise, the rest of the way, smooth sailing. But I just said to myself when I got off the train, I said, what? Was it a full moon out? It's not even summertime yet, and I have to deal. And already I'm dealing with idiots who can't behave themselves on the train. And I say this: it is comical. A lot of people is laughing. You're laughing because it's just you're hearing it from me. I find
Yeah.
this kind of sad, and I say this for a reason. The man said he was a grown ass man. I find this comical because grown ass men don't do that. Uh, putting attention. New York has very little tolerance for that kind of stuff. If a cop was going to get there, he was going to get arrested. He may have been found fine. He could have been charged. He may have to go to some therapy class because, to the law's eyes, no normal person would do that. I'm saying this for a reason. If you guys can't control your alcohol, please don't drink. I mean, come on. I mean, it's okay to have have a social thing event, but if you're doing it to get drunk, because first of all, that lady who was throwing up, I mean, she was throwing up. She was very, very bad. I mean, it was. I swear she didn't stop. And to me, when you're throwing up like that, I got news for you. Your body is trying to get rid of the poison that you put in there because you overdid it. I know a lot of people who get drunk for the sake of throwing up. I don't know why. There's nothing sexy about it.
Yeah,
But
I like getting a
this is the
little
thing.
buzz. I don't like to get so drunk that I start puking. I like the nice buzz that you get with it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tipsy is one thing, just stone cold drunk is another, and that's the response. That's the thing that really bothers me the most. At least she had a bag. She didn't vomit all over the car. She had a bag. She vomited there. That was good, and that I get least respect for that. But that's the kind of thing I find very dangerous. Be mindful that your body can take so much uh, alcohol in its system. If you overdo it, you can die from alcohol poisoning. And so be mindful of that. And for those men out there, and I say men because that was the person who was doing this, grow up. I mean, it's simple as that. At that. I can't stand people who do stupid things and say, I'm a grown ass man. Grown ass men don't act like that. Grown ass men go to work, take care of their families, their loved ones, mind their own business. But most importantly, grown ass men, and I want you to hear me out here. Grown ass men don't brag about being grown. They don't. And I find it funny because it's always the adolescent. This kid, like I said, was no older than 19 years old, making a complete fool of himself in the train station. And a lot of people was laughing. I'm not enticing that because that's encouraged them to keep doing it. But that was my train ride. A very long, frustrating train ride just to get home.
I mean, I've taken the bus before, and I've had a conversation with a dude while I waited for the bus about, lizard people ruling the world, and I've been on the bus and saw a guy talking to himself, but I've never had something like you.
I mean, it's amazing. It's one of those things that I couldn't believe. I said, wow. I, I don't know what to say. I just, I'm gonna just go home, get some rest, and then, which I rest. Oh, like I told you, I rest until about 5 o'clock. I was completely out of it. And my job wanted me to work that day. I don't do 60 hours. I'm sorry. 50 hours, okay, I can deal with that. When you ask me to work 60, 70 hours, that's pushing your luck there. I mean, my body needs to be replenished. For the salary, which it pays the bills, I can't do it. And plus, the pressure that they're putting on a lot of people, add that with the fact is that you got to work 12 hours sometimes a day. You got to rest. I mean, you can't overdo it. You got to know your limits. But yeah, getting home was a chore on Friday. Probably more than it should be. But I got to remind myself, I'm going home at 4 o'clock in the evening. You should expect something like that to happen because those trains, you got to be alert. You got to be on Paul. Some of those trains can be downright dangerous, and you got to keep your eyes open. But in any case, that was what I wanted to talk about with you on this cast. So now I did. Like I said, if you was in New York and you sat down there, you'd be shocked. I'm telling you. But then
Well,
again, I don't think anything shocks you anymore. Now, how was your week?
it didn't involve anything
You
like
must have had a
that.
very interesting week.
There wasn't a guy in another train car in his underwear claiming to be a grown man. Um, I went to I did a checkup visit with my foot doctor. I might be going to see a cardiologist maybe once.
Now you went there like a few weeks ago. Is this a follow up?
The foot doctor, yeah, was a follow-up. I have tendonitis in my left foot.
Oh,
Okay, hang on, I want to show you something. Right. I have to wear this when I go out.
Is that a medicated boot?
Yeah, it's like,
Is that one of those boots that I've seen those before. I know a lot of people wear them. Hadn't. Is that to stabilize your foot?
yeah, that's to make sure it doesn't go in the wrong direction. And
Mm.
it's like the first day I got it, I wasn't aware that you could, take off these this Velcro. So I was like, for 5 or 10 minutes, I was struggling to get it off me. I was even like thinking of the one scene from the Saw movie, where the guy chops off his own foot. It
Well,
was
let me remind you of
hellish the
something.
first time. Then I finally figured out,
It
hey,
seems
I
like you
can.
find everything that can remind you of something that.
What?
Do you need surgery though, or is it they
No,
saying
not
it's minor?
surgery. It.
Tendonitis. Do you need surgery?
I don't think so. He. I don't think mentioned it. He, talked to things he. Besides this, he recommended some other sort of footwear that I'll get to looking at the pamphlet sometime. And he also recommended physical therapy, but no surgery.
Oh, that's good news because I know some of those require surgery down the road. So just be careful how you walk. I mean,
I can't
yeah, because
help. It's like because
you
my
don't go out
foot,
much. How does you got
my
tendonitis?
foot just likes to tend to go its own way, and I don't really notice it. Like the foot doctor came into the room, and un- unconsciously I had turned the foot in the wrong way, and so he goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that okay. That makes sense in many ways. I think that happened to me a few times. So I started when I was doing a lot of running. I went one direction, my feet wanted to go the other one, and I almost ended up breaking my ankle because of that. So I
Yeah,
understand. I see what they're saying.
the tendonitis
So
too. My left foot has like every now and again, like it would just get this really sharp pain for a few seconds, and it's been happening, I think, since I've been young, no, younger. For everyone who
hmm
thinks that 28 years old is young, and I should not say, my teenage years were younger.
Hey, to each his own. People still think I'm 21 for some reason. Um, well, one good thing comes out of it, you get to stay home and get to watch a lot of television shows, which I am pretty much falling behind because of my workload. There's a couple of shows you have seen. I know Pretty Little Liar, you've been very deep into that, even though I'm still am amazed how that is on the Family Channel, Fox Family Channel, if you want to call it, and not
ABC
on some regular standard.
Family.
I don't see nothing family about it.
It's
But
a
then again,
it's a
uh,
light show, all things considered. The writing can be, at least since it's a mystery, and people who are trying to keep, solving the mystery say it's like lazily written at times and seems like they try to pull this shocking twist out of nowhere. But it's fun. It's a light
so
show, even though the finale was one of the creepiest episodes.
all right. Now here's the thing. I got a question here about this light show. How much do they push the limit considering what channel they're on, and is it just still PG friendly?
Mind you, I have a very, very thick skin, and there are a few shows that I think like break the limit of stuff, but not real. I mean, Ezra, the ship between Ezra and Arya, of an underage thing where originally when the relationship started, I think in season one, Ezra was Arya's teacher. So yeah.
That's it. So my question is, what is this all leading to, and why are they calling it Pretty Little Liars? I gotta
Well,
know when I hear that title, I don't think of family values in that title at all.
Well,
I'm just saying.
there's about there's friendship and loyalty, and it's Pretty Little Liars, I believe, refers to the main cast. You know, when people talk about the show, they refer to them as the liars, and they're very pretty. And one of the main things is that Abe tortures them with is their secrets. Now, all the
Mm,
secrets they hid, so they're liars. And we're trying to figure
yeah.
out who Uber A is, the one who's holding all the strings. And I've,
So we got a mastermind.
I've quit, getting hyped up when episodes the promo was like, you're going to see who A is because that hasn't been true for 5 seasons, and it probably won't be revealed until the finale of the series or near the finale. I mean, the closest we got to A being revealed was Mona.
Okay.
Yeah, in the season.
So so and it's finally over.
No,
Season 6 now.
yeah, now season 6, I believe I heard that the first part of season 6, the mystery will be solved, and the second part of season 6 will be, I think, a new mystery. And they have a lot of, work to, answer all the questions they've posed in the first half of season 6. I don't envy the writers their job.
So basically, this show is carried by the actors and the action scenes because you're basically saying that the script writing is not that great.
Well, it's fun. It's I've been watching since season 1, so it doesn't bother me to a great extent. Of course, I also love movies like Sharknado, so the characters do
Well,
pull it through.
I'm hoping that. All right, just a quick note here. I'm just kind of curious. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate this show?
Oh shit.
And what age group did you give it to?
Okay, what I
I
low
can't rate
rate.
because I didn't see enough of it.
I You suck. You need to do your job better. But anyways, shit. I'm going to rate it on enjoyability, which is really what I do for whenever I rate anything. It's enjoyability and the fact, counters any technical screw ups, and I'll guess maybe a 7 out of 10.
70. That's not bad. And basically, you're saying is it's still enjoyable, but it still needs some work.
Yeah, it's really good, and I mean, I wouldn't have, been keeping up with it for 5 seasons if I was just like, fuck it. I watched, I think, the first 5 or 6 episodes of a Bates Motel, and I was just, nope. It was improving, but I was like, no, I can't do this. Can't.
I'm still amazed that the Base Hotel still is on the air. I thought it was going to get canceled after season 1. So
Yeah,
obviously, some people are interested in it.
I
What happened?
it's so I think my main problem with the show is Psycho is my favorite horror movie of all time, even though I still need to see a little bit of the beginning, so I'll need to do that in the future. But it's one of my favorite horror movies, and I just fucking hate that they changed this really good horror, movie into a teenage drama. And I remember I started watching
Well,
Hannibal at the time I was catching up as I was trying to make my way through Bates Motel, and I prefer how Hannibal did things because they did modernize it, but they really added to the mythos instead of changing what it was completely.
well, I looked at it like this. I said, okay, I have already seen, with the exception of Cycle 4, which I am going to plan to see just for the hell of it. I liked it the first. Thought the second one was one of the better sequels I've seen. Didn't like the third one, and I can't stand that remake. Um,
I've
to me, however, I think that we don't. This is the problem I have with the prequels. This is what I have a problem with the prequels in general. They try to explain things that really don't need explaining. I don't care about what happened, the origin story about Norman Bates and his mother. Personally, I think
I
his
think
mother's way too young to be his mother to begin with. But hey,
yeah, I think the Bates and his mother story could actually be interesting because that was the whole thing with his character that he felt so close with his mother. So they could have really done something with that instead of teenage drama.
but here's the thing: they already have told about the story about his mother and him. It was called Cycle 4.
Yeah, I
So
haven't
why do we
seen
need a
any.
show
The
to
only
tell us
Psycho
something about
movie
the movie?
I've seen is the first Psycho movie. I haven't seen the sequels, and I haven't read the book.
Um,
So I'm
well,
just
like I said, I was never really got into it. I'm just amazed that it lasted this long. I really did. But then again, I guess I was wrong. I guess the people do want to sink their teeth into it. Just don't make another remake. That's all I can. That's all I ask. Don't make
I
another
think
remake of the movie.
what I
We don't
saw
need
of
it.
the remake, it was it was decent. I think the whole problem is the whole making a remake thing because if you change too much, people get mad. If you do a shot by shot remake, updating tiny details, people get mad. I would not want to be in charge of making a remake at all.
But the thing is, it wasn't. Here's the thing: people were shocked that I actually looked at the Halloween remake. I liked the Halloween remake because they did something different. All right, granted, Ron Zombie put his own spin to Halloween. There's no denying it. When you got Ron Zombie, you should expect that. But in all, I thought I actually was interested in how Mike Myers and his dysfunctional family was. I actually thought they did enough to change it, and I
Okay, froze. Okay, I'm sorry, folks. Drucker Lee seems to have frozen. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. So yeah. God.